was a man who had 2 sons. And the younger son came to him and said, "Father, give me the share of the property that is mine." And the father divided his property between them. Now, after a few days, the younger son gathered together all his possessions and went into a far country, and there he squandered his inheritance in loose living. When he had spent everything that he had, a great famine arose in that land, and he began to be in want. He went and he hired himself to one of the citizens of that country, who sent him into his fields to feed the pigs. And he wanted to eat the carob pods that he was feeding the pigs. And no one gave him anything. Now, when he came to himself, he said, "How many of my father's hired hands have bread enough and to spare? And here I sit, starving to death. I will arise, and I will go to my father, and I will say to him, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you, and I am no longer worthy to be called your son. But treat me as one of your hired hands.' And so he got up and he went to his father. But when his father saw him from afar off, he had compassion for him, and he ran and he embraced him and kissed him. The son said, 'Father, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son.' But the father said to his servants, 'Get the best robe and put it on him, and a ring on his finger, and shoes on his feet. And take the fatted calf and kill it, and let us rejoice. For this my son was lost, and he is found. He was dead, and he is alive.' And they began to celebrate." Now, the elder son had been out in the fields working. And he came in and he heard the sound of music and dancing. And he called one of the servants and he asked him what this meant. And the servant said to him, "Well, your brother has come home. Then your father has killed the fatted calf for him because he received him back safe and sound." And he was angry, and he refused to go in. His father came out, and he begged him to come in. But the son said to his father, "All these years I have slaved for you. I have never disobeyed one of your commands. And you've never even given me so much as a goat that I might have a party with my friends. And then this son of yours, who has squandered your property with whores, comes home. And for him, you kill a fatted calf?" the Father said to him, my son, you are always with me, and everything that I have is yours. But it is fitting and right that we rejoice and celebrate. For this, your brother was dead, and he is alive. He was lost, and he is found. Word of God for the people of God.